In this video, we are going to look at the most ambitious projects shaping Jamaica's logistics landscape. From state-of-the-art ports to massive industrial zones, each initiative builds a step toward global trade leadership. Watch until the end to see which project could finally put Jamaica on the world map by 2028. Number 10. Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project. The Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project, widely referred to as SCHIP, stands as one of Jamaica's most ambitious and transformative infrastructure initiatives. This project, officially launched several years ago, seeks to completely modernize the main highway that traces Jamaica's southern coastline, a vital route connecting Maypen and Clarendon through the heart of Manchester and stretching all the way to the eastern counties near Portland. By mid-2025, construction had progressed to nearly 96% completion, signaling that the end of decades-long travel frustrations is finally in sight. For many years, the Southern Coastal Road has been notorious for its winding, uneven stretches and unpredictable travel conditions. Travelers, whether residents or tourists, have faced slow, sometimes hazardous journeys, especially during the rainy season. SCHIP is set to change all of that. Once complete, drivers will experience smooth, reliable, and modern roads that significantly reduce travel times along this crucial corridor. A drive that once demanded careful planning, patience, and occasional detours will now become a seamless journey, a road built not just for vehicles, but for connectivity, commerce, and community growth. The impact of SCHIP goes far beyond the asphalt. Imagine a landscape where previously isolated communities suddenly become accessible. Small towns that once struggled to attract visitors now find themselves within easy reach of major urban centers and tourist hubs. Local markets benefit as farmers and artisans gain easier access to consumers, while new commercial zones spring up along the highway, creating tons and economic opportunities. In many ways, SCHIP acts as a bridge between Jamaica's past and its future, transforming slow, rural backroads into vibrant arteries of growth. Moreover, the highway enhances the visitor experience. Scenic ocean views that line the southern coast can now be enjoyed from a safe, comfortable, and efficient roadway. Travelers can experience Jamaica's coastal beauty while moving smoothly from one region to another. Beyond convenience, the highway has the potential to reshape entire local economies. Investment naturally follows infrastructure. Hotels, restaurants, tour operators, and small businesses are likely to flourish as the corridor becomes a hub of activity. In short, SCHIP is not just a highway, it is a powerful engine for economic revitalization and regional transformation. Port Antonio Bypass. Moving further down the list, the Port Antonio Bypass represents another major stride in Jamaica's coastal infrastructure vision. Greenlit in 2025 as part of the broader SCHIP framework, the bypass is designed to tackle one of the eastern coast's most pressing challenges: traffic congestion in Port Antonio's historic town center. The first phase of the project covers roughly 7 kilometers, stretching from Norwich to Turtle Crawl Harbor, and aims to reroute heavy commercial traffic away from the narrow streets of the seaside town. Port Antonio has long struggled with traffic bottlenecks, especially during peak tourist seasons or local market days. Trucks, buses, and delivery vehicles frequently congest the town's streets, posing safety risks and contributing to environmental stress along the fragile coastline. By diverting this traffic inland, the bypass not only improves travel efficiency, but also protects sensitive shorelines from erosion, flooding, and the constant wear of heavy vehicles. The result is a safer, more livable urban environment that balances growth with conservation. The benefits extend far beyond traffic management. For residents, the bypass promises quieter streets, safer commutes, and a revitalized town center, free from the constant hum of heavy trucks. Local businesses in Port Antonio could also thrive as pedestrian-friendly areas emerge, attracting more visitors and creating vibrant communal spaces. For developers, the inland route opens opportunities for new housing, commercial centers, and tourism-friendly zones, essentially creating a blueprint for sustainable urban expansion. Tourists and visitors stand to gain as well. Beaches, waterfronts, and coastal attractions can be enjoyed without the stress of navigating congested streets. Imagine arriving at one of the town's famous beaches and experiencing a calm, unobstructed path rather than being stuck behind a line of trucks. For local authorities, the bypass also represents a strategic approach to urban resilience, balancing economic growth with environmental protection. In essence, this project transforms Port Antonio not just as a transit point, but as a destination that is safer, more attractive, and economically dynamic. The Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project and the Port Antonio Bypass together illustrate how infrastructure can reshape lives. These developments are more than construction projects. They are catalysts for social and economic transformation. Communities once isolated gain new connectivity, local economies awaken, and Jamaica's scenic coastlines become more accessible and sustainable. As we continue down this list, the projects grow in scale and ambition, promising to redefine not only how Jamaicans travel, but how the nation thrives in the decades to come. Number 8. Montego Bay Perimeter Road Project. The Montego Bay Perimeter Road Project, widely known as MBPRP, is one of the most ambitious infrastructure undertakings in Jamaica's recent history, poised to completely reshape the landscape of this key tourism hub. As of October 2025, construction progress reportedly reached approximately 80%, with project managers aiming for full completion by May 2026. But this is far from a simple road upgrade. The MBPRP encompasses a comprehensive 15.1-kilometer bypass, officially called the Montego Bay Bypass, alongside the dulling of major arteries including Barnett Street and West Green Avenue, ensuring that the flow of traffic is smoother, faster, and more reliable. Additionally, a 10.5-kilometer Long Hill bypass forms part of this network, strategically designed to reduce congestion and provide alternative routes for commuters and transporters alike. Perhaps the most striking feature of the MBPRP is the construction of a new 180-meter-long bridge over the Montego River. Once completed, this structure will stand as the island's longest and tallest four-lane bridge, representing a significant engineering achievement. Beyond its impressive dimensions, the bridge is expected to dramatically improve the movement of people and goods across the region, enhancing both commercial and personal travel. The completion of this bridge will not only ease the strain on existing roads, but also serve as a symbol of Jamaica's commitment to modernizing its infrastructure in support of economic growth. Once operational, Montego Bay could experience a transformative shift in daily life. Congestion that once slowed tourists and locals alike could become a thing of the past. Commuting times might be cut significantly, allowing workers, shoppers, and visitors to reach their destinations more efficiently. Tourists, in particular, will benefit from the ability to bypass downtown congestion, arriving at hotels, resorts, and attractions with ease. The project also opens up new zones for residential development, commercial enterprises, resorts, and shopping centers, potentially sparking a wave of investment and expansion. This project represents not just a change in roads, but a broader lifestyle upgrade for residents and visitors alike. Picture Montego Bay, Jamaica's tourism crown jewel, becoming easier to navigate than ever before. The MBPRP is a stepping stone toward a larger vision. Yet even as this project nears completion, it is just one chapter in Jamaica's ambitious infrastructure story. Future developments will look beyond roads to encompass ports, logistics hubs, and wider national transformation initiatives. Number 7. Spark Program Project. In late 2024, Jamaica embarked on a bold national initiative known as the Spark Program, a $45 billion Jamaican dollar project aimed at revitalizing secondary, local, and community roads across all parishes. By early 2025, authorities had already identified 126 roads spanning 63 constituencies for immediate rehabilitation. Official work orders were issued, and crews began repairs in key western parishes, including St. James, Westmoreland, Hanover, and Trelawney, among others. This program goes far beyond traditional highway development. Its core mission is to bring safe, durable, and usable roads to communities that have long been neglected, transforming the daily lives of ordinary Jamaicans. For many rural neighborhoods, Spark represents a historic moment. For the first time in decades, children may walk or travel to school without having to navigate dangerous potholes. Patients can reach clinics faster, while farmers can transport produce to markets before spoilage, improving incomes and food security. The initiative also promises to stimulate local economies by creating roughly 13,000 direct jobs, offering livelihoods and skill-building opportunities across the island. Beyond the social benefits, the economic impact is considerable. Better roads mean lower vehicle wear and tear, quicker travel times, and efficiency gains estimated at around 1.3 billion US dollars in savings for the nation through reduced maintenance costs and enhanced transport systems. Spark does not stop at roads. The program also integrates essential utility upgrades, including modern water pipeline improvements and the installation of fiber optic ducts in multiple communities. This means that small rural villages could receive not only a smooth, safe road, but also improved access to clean water and high-speed internet for the very first time. Such upgrades could transform communities, opening doors to education, e-commerce, and other digital opportunities previously unavailable. Roads, water, and connectivity together form the backbone of a development strategy that has the potential to uplift entire regions and generations. What makes Spark particularly noteworthy is its focus on areas that have historically been isolated or underserved. Communities that were once disconnected from basic infrastructure are now being integrated into the national development agenda. The social and economic benefits will ripple outward, improving education, health, agriculture, and small business opportunities. However, this transformation is only the beginning. As the program progresses, the next stages promise to be even more ambitious, targeting larger-scale infrastructural and technological improvements that could redefine the everyday experience of life in Jamaica. Number 6. Kingston Freeport Terminal Expansion. In October 2025, something significant landed at the Kingston Freeport Terminal: two brand-new Super Post-Panamax ship-to-shore gantry cranes. These machines are not small cranes. They are powerful workhorses capable of lifting containers off the largest ships in today's global trade. With them, Jamaica is preparing to receive vessels carrying up to 15,000 TEUs, a key benchmark for modern international shipping. This upgrade dramatically expands Jamaica's container handling capacity. Bigger ships, more cargo, faster loading, faster unloading, quicker turnaround. That positions Kingston to emerge not just as a regional port, but as a major link in global trade networks. What once was limited handling capacity, dependent on older, slower infrastructure, is now being replaced by world-class equipment. Cruise ships might get most press, but cargo vessels are the backbone of global trade. Imagine Jamaica becoming a central node for goods moving across the Caribbean, the Americas, Europe, Asia. Exports, imports, transshipment, accelerated. Jobs in logistics and port operations. Boost for businesses that depend on import-export. Number 5. Westland's expansion project at Kingston Freeport Terminal. Building on the terminal upgrades, the Westlands expansion project represents another leap forward for Jamaica's maritime infrastructure. On July 10, 2025, the government officially signed off on the expansion, which will increase container storage, add new berths, and introduce an automated cargo gate system specifically for domestic cargo handling. This is not just about moving containers faster, it is about creating a fully integrated logistics ecosystem. With these improvements, the terminal can process larger volumes of cargo with higher efficiency. Warehouses, freight services, and dry docks are being upgraded alongside the port, creating a seamless flow from ship to storage to distribution. The implications are enormous: faster imports, quicker exports, and more reliable timelines for businesses across Jamaica. The expansion complements the super cranes introduced earlier, maximizing the port's throughput and solidifying Kingston as a regional logistics powerhouse. Imagine a system where ships arrive like floating cities, and within hours, cargo is on its way inland, reaching factories, stores, and consumers without bottlenecks. Could Jamaica soon rival global hubs like Singapore or Dubai? The answer may lie in how these projects integrate shipping, storage, and distribution into a single, efficient system. Number 4. Caymanas Special Economic Zone. The Caymanas Special Economic Zone, often referred to simply as CSEZ, represents a major leap forward in Jamaica's industrial transformation. Groundbreaking for this ambitious project took place on July 29, 2025, in St. Catherine, signaling the start of what is planned to become a sprawling 700-acre industrial hub. The first phase alone covers 200 acres, with a projected development timeline of 4 years and an initial investment of approximately 8 billion Jamaican dollars. This marks one of the largest industrial commitments in recent Jamaican history and reflects a clear vision for long-term economic growth. CSEZ is designed to host a diverse mix of industries, including logistics, manufacturing, agro-processing, information and communications technology, and various other industrial enterprises. By strategically linking these sectors, the zone aims to become a self-sustaining ecosystem where goods can be imported, processed, and exported efficiently. The development benefits further from upgraded port capacities in Kingston and enhanced road infrastructure, effectively positioning Caymanas as the inland complement to Jamaica's coastal trade hubs. The economic impact of this project could be profound. Thousands of jobs are expected to be created, ranging from construction and industrial labor to technical and managerial positions. Foreign investment is anticipated to surge as international companies take advantage of the favorable business environment, potentially reducing Jamaica's reliance on tourism and remittances. This project signals a shift toward a diversified, export-oriented economy, allowing the island to compete on a global scale. Picture a small plot of farmland transforming into a dynamic network of factories, warehouses, and tech hubs. Trucks carrying raw materials and finished products will no longer be isolated to port areas but will flow seamlessly through the industrial zone, reaching production centers and returning for export. For many Jamaicans, the CSEZ represents not just infrastructure, but a tangible leap toward large-scale industrialization. Number 3, the combined port and logistics push. When Kingston Freeport Terminal, the Westlands expansion, and the Caymanas Special Economic Zone are considered together, a strategic spine of logistics begins to emerge across Jamaica. This is no coincidence. It is a carefully coordinated effort to transform the island's capacity to handle global trade. Ports are being upgraded to accommodate the world's largest cargo ships. Inland industrial zones are being prepared to process goods efficiently, and road networks are being enhanced to ensure smooth transportation at every step. For decades, Jamaica's economy has relied heavily on tourism, agriculture, and remittances. While these sectors remain important, the combined logistics push is reshaping the economic landscape, creating opportunities for manufacturing, agro-processing, and international trade to take center stage. This approach represents more than just new buildings or roads. It is a systemic transformation of the way the island interacts with the global economy. Jamaica is positioning itself as not only a destination for visitors, but also a production hub, a transshipment point, and a center of commerce. The implications for local businesses are significant. Factories can source raw materials directly from upgraded ports, process them within specialized industrial zones, and ship finished products worldwide without major delays. Supply chains become faster and more reliable, benefiting both domestic and international operations. Employment opportunities expand across logistics, manufacturing, warehousing, ancillary services, offering higher-paying jobs and skill development for Jamaicans. The ripple effects extend into local communities, stimulating secondary industries and boosting overall economic activity. This integrated approach also raises a critical question. As logistics and global trade become central pillars of Jamaica's economy, how will the country balance this growth with its traditional tourism and service industries? Finding that balance will be crucial. The outcome could define Jamaica's economic trajectory for decades, determining whether the island thrives as a diversified, globally competitive economy or remains overly dependent on a few traditional sectors. Number 2, Island-Wide Road Network Upgrade Project. When considered together, Jamaica's road upgrades represent an unprecedented national infrastructure overhaul. Spark focuses on local and community roads. SHIP modernizes the Southern Coastal Highway. MBPRP transforms Montego Bay's traffic arteries, and the Port Antonio Bypass relieves congestion in vulnerable coastal areas. Collectively, they create a connected, efficient, and resilient transport network spanning the entire island. This transformation is about far more than cars and trucks. It changes how people move to work, school, clinics, and markets. It enables faster delivery of goods, reduces travel times. A farmer in Portland, for instance, could get crops to Kingston in half the time, reducing spoilage, increasing revenue, and improving livelihoods. Residents of rural parishes gain better access to hospitals, schools, and employment opportunities. Tourism operators benefit from smoother access to beaches, resorts, and attractions. The long-term impact is systemic. Reliable road networks make it easier for businesses to expand, for investment to flow, and for communities to connect. Roads are no longer just infrastructure. They are catalysts for social and economic development. Number 1. Strategic Vision Project. At the top of the list is the overarching strategic vision, the coordinated expansion of Jamaica's roads, ports, and economic zones is laying the foundation for a new era. By 2028, these combined projects are expected to have transformed not only the physical landscape, but the very structure of the economy. Jamaica is positioning itself as a hub for logistics, industrial production, and modern commerce, while continuing to leverage its strengths in tourism and culture. The integrated approach ensures that each project amplifies the effects of the others. Roads feed ports, ports feed industrial zones generate employment, and employment fuels consumer markets. This holistic approach demonstrates a rare clarity in national planning, one designed to ensure that growth is inclusive, sustainable, and strategic. Imagine an island where traffic flows freely, ports handle ships the size of floating cities, industrial zones hum with production, and communities thrive thanks to better infrastructure and connectivity. This is not a distant dream. It is actively being built, one project at a time. Jamaica stands on the brink of transformation. Highways, ports, and special economic zones are not just construction projects. They are the foundations for a new economy. If these initiatives succeed, they could redefine life across the island, creating opportunities, jobs, and a brighter future for all Jamaicans. If you found this exploration eye-opening, please like, share, and subscribe. In the comments, tell us, which of these projects do you think will have the biggest impact by 2028 and why? Your thoughts could spark important conversations about Jamaica's future.